Friends, welcome to the second part of dual nature of radiation and matter. In previous video, we have understood photoelectric effect. However, we will try to revise the concept. Now, we are going to incident external light of sufficient energy on photosensitive plate, that is cathode. Then there will be ejection of electrons, and those electrons will be attracted towards anode, which is at positive potential. Now we have also learned that we will try to decrease the potential of anode so that the potential will go to the negative value. So negative anode will try to repel negatively charged electrons so that their kinetic energy will also decrease, and so that there will be a certain negative potential of anode at which flow of electrons will stop fully. That potential is known as stopping potential. Okay, so that when kinetic energy of electron becomes zero, that particular potential is known as stopping potential, that we have already studied. But question is, why stopping potential is important? Friends, as we have seen in last video, we are going to incident external energy, as well as we can measure kinetic energy, so that kinetic energy and incident energy both are externally and both can be measured, but stopping potential is fixed for every material. So that means stopping potential is characteristic. So by knowing kinetic energy or incident energy, we can find out stopping potential, and that stopping potential is fixed for a material. So that means we can identify what material it is. Now we will try to plot graph of this particular assembly. As for the starting, we will consider a case when electrons are moving towards anode, where anode is kept at higher potential, which one is positive. So initially you are getting current at your collector potential. When your collector potential is positive, you are getting current. Okay, I think you can see clearly right now. Now this graph is graph of photocurrent versus collector potential. As I said, in initial condition you are getting a constant current for positive collector potential, but slowly you will try to decrease the potential of anode, so that what will happen, so that your photocurrent will slowly reduced, and if you keep on decreasing this potential, if you go to the negative value, the flow of electrons will fully stop, your kinetic energy will become zero, and that potential is known as stopping potential. For further understanding, we have to understand two basic concepts. First, intensity. What do you mean by intensity? Intensity, that means number of photons. For example, if you are looking at a mobile and if you increase the brightness, then your screen will look more bright. Why? Because number of photons are more, that means more number of photons are coming from the mobile window or a screen, so that your screen looks like bright. So if you increase intensity, the number of photons will increase. Similar way, in case of incidence of energy, if you increase number of photons, that will increase number of electrons, isn't it? More photons will eject more number of electrons, so thereby you will get more photocurrent. So intensity, that is directly proportional to the photocurrent. Have you understood it? At that time your kinetic energy is fixed. Kinetic energy will not play any role during your changing intensity. Understood? Similarly, in second case, your incident energy, that means frequency, is directly proportional to stopping potential. How? Your changing energy means what? You know, we in spectrum of visible light, there are different colors. You know, your spectrum means if you are changing red, yellow to blue or violet color, you know that your wavelength will decrease and energy will increase, isn't it? So if you are changing incident energy, your stopping potential will increase because your work function of a material is constant. So these two aspects are very important to understand. Now we will consider one more example where we have carried intensity variation. That means on photosensitive plate we are going to incident light of different intensity, but their energy will be fixed. Okay, try to listen once again. We are going to vary intensity of different sources whereas their energy is fixed. If energy is fixed, that means their stopping potential will be fixed. Agreed? For example, for source 1, your intensity, let's consider you are going to incident 5 photons. For second case, you are going to incident 10 photons, and for third case, you are going to incident 15 photons. Then what is the relation between photons or intensity? I3 is greater than I2, which is greater than I1. So for which case you will get more photocurrent? Correct. Where you have used more number of photons. So for case of I3, you are going to get more photocurrent. Can you see this? For I3, you will get more photocurrent. Then for I2, there will be a moderate case. Then its photocurrent will be less than I3. And for I1, you will get minimum photocurrent. Agreed? But as I said, their energy, incident energy is fixed, so that stopping potential for all the cases will be fixed. Okay. Now try to look at the x-axis also. X-axis is collector potential. Okay. Now I have written as accelerating potential, retarding potential. Why? Positive potential of a collector is known as accelerating potential, whereas negative potential of a collector is known as a retarding potential. Exactly similar way we can understand the different case. Now here we have chosen 3 different sources whose frequencies are different. Nu 3 30 Hz, Nu 2 20 Hz, and Nu 1 10 Hz. So whose frequency is more? Correct. Nu 3 is greater than Nu 2 is greater than Nu 1. So for more frequency, there will be maximum stopping potential. So what do you expect? For whose or for which case stopping potential will be more? Nu 3, Nu 2 or Nu 1? According to this equation, if you increase frequency, then stopping potential will be more. So similar way, for Nu 3, stopping potential will be more. Moderate case will happen for Nu 2, and for minimum stopping potential will occur at Nu 1. But during this performance, we have kept intensity constant. If intensity is constant, then their photocurrent will be constant. So consider we are performing same experiment. You are going to incident light of 3 types where there is change in their frequency, but intensity is constant. Intensity constant, photocurrent constant, frequency variation, then there must be variation in stopping potential. Then look at the graph. The graph shows you photocurrent against collector potential. Everywhere your intensity is fixed, so that you will get same current everywhere. But there is change in frequency, so that for minimum frequency, that is 10 Hz, for Nu 1 you will get minimum stopping potential. Thereafter increase in Nu 2, that is Nu 2 equals to 20 Hz, so you will get moderate stopping potential. But Nu 3 is the maximum case where stopping potential will be maximum. So in this way you can understand variation of intensity and frequency will change the graphical nature. Friends, these graphs are really very important for competitive exams. Thank you.